Welcome back, Jays. I'm Olivia Book.
And I'm Drew Higgins. It's Tuesday, so we're going to start off the show with your weekly Tabloid Tuesday update with Josie Wilkerson, then head over to Hannah Sanders for a look at this week's weather, and wrap up the show with an update on all things Blue Jay athletics with Jackson Ogden.
All of that and so much more coming up next. This is KLHS.
To start off the show, let's start over to Josie Wilkerson with this week's edition of Tabloid Tuesday.
Thanks, Drew. With the Golden Globes being last Sunday and the new season of The Bachelor just starting up, there's plenty going on in the entertainment world. Starting with the Golden Globes, Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling each took home Best Actress or Actor in Musical or Comedy Motion Picture for their performance on La La Land. The film also won Best Motion Picture for Musical or Comedy. And in total, the film brought in 7 Golden Globe wins, adding onto its $170 million revenue. So a big congratulations goes out to the cast and crew. Also, Meryl Streep accepted the Cecil B. DeMille Award last night, but not without giving a 6-minute address about America's new president-elect. In her speech, Streep denounced Trump's campaign rhetoric and thoroughly criticized him. Streep added, "When the powerful use their position to bully others, we all lose." She then called on the press to hold power to account, to calm on the carpet for every outrage, another apparent reference to Trump. She also used her speech to highlight the importance of American culture of outsiders and foreigners. Mr. Trump, in a brief telephone interview, when stated, asked for a comment on Streep's speech, that he was not surprised. Sounded like Trump isn't too brokenhearted about Meryl's words, so let's hope this all blows over quickly. But speaking of heartbreaks, the new season of The Bachelor has just started up with 2017's Bachelor Nick Viall, who's no stranger to The Bachelorette and Bachelor in Paradise. Only after 2 episodes, Nick has whittled down 30 girls to 21. So far there's been interesting photo shoots, a girl in a short costume, and lots of drama. It seems every year the show gets more wild and more fun for me and my friends to watch. That's all I have for this weekdays. Back to Olivia and Drew.
Thank you, Josie. I know Drew and I will be definitely looking forward to your weekly Bachelor updates. And another thing that I know many kids at LHS are looking forward to is the annual Spike It Up volleyball tournament that raises money for Special Olympics. Let's take a look at what we can expect this year.
And speaking of Special Olympics, reporters Gianna Filardo, Jillian Fleming, Caroline Crawford, and Hannah Denny have some more information on the Special Olympics basketball game that is coming up.
Every year, a group of students get together and participate in Special Olympics. The selected players practice every Saturday along with their unified players.
A unified player is just someone who's kind of on the court to keep the game going, and they rebound the ball mostly and pass it to the kids with special needs.
Not only are all the unified players excited, but so are the Special Olympians for a rewarding season.
I think it will be good this year. We have some of our players from last year, from 2 years ago, and we have some couple new players this year, and hopefully they can get some good shots.
Win a medal.
State.
The players put lots of time and effort preparing for their first tournament. While they spend many hours in the gym, they like to work on their favorite moves.
Shoot basketball. Hoops.
Shoot threes.
Each year, Special Olympics gains many new members. With all of the new members, that means they have to have more teams representing Liberty High School.
I think we're going to have 4 teams this year. So, the first year we ended up with 2. Last year we had 3, and then so this is the 3rd year of Liberty, Liberty School District Special Olympics basketball. So we'll have 4. So keep growing.
The players are very excited about multiple events coming up in the 2016-2017 season. Come support your Special Olympics basketball team. For KLHS, this has been Caroline, Jillian, Hannah, and Gianna.
1, 2, 3,
Thank you, guys, and best of wishes to the team from everyone here at KLHS.
And staying on the topic of great athletes, Kyle Rogers, a senior here at LHS, was a gymnast and is now turned pole vaulter. Here's his story.
Liberty High School senior Kyle Rogers found pole vaulting differently than most. So I did like a lot of sports when I was younger, and my main one, the one I really got into, was gymnastics, and I started it when I was 4 years old. And I did that for about 10 years. I was a competitive gymnast. I got up to level 9. I was training level 9 at the time. And I always had like a little bit of injuries here and there for like setbacks and whatnot.
After cracking his growth plate and taking a season off, it was time for a change.
It started just from like constant pounding on like the pommel horse or like floor. And I went to the doctor after about 2 months of it just like constantly agonizing me. And they said I fractured my growth plate in my wrist. And they said I had to take a season off or my arm would stop growing. So I didn't want to have 2 lopsided arms. So I had to take a season off. And about 2 or 3 months later, after doing gymnastics for 10 years, I debated on doing either golf or pole vaulting. And my parents had split decisions, and I just ended up trying out pole vaulting and just fell in love with it. And I've been doing that for about 3 years. I like it because it's probably like a nice transition from gymnastics. I still kind of use the same concepts, and it's just really fun. I like flying high and getting 16, 17 feet in the air.
With holding the school record of 16 feet, a personal indoor record of 16 feet 1 inch, and a personal record of 16 feet 3 inches, Kyle hopes to go on and perform at the collegiate level.
So I signed with University of Kansas in November, and yeah, I'll be doing collegiate pole vaulting, track and field for the next 4 years. I don't know, I think I can just ride the sport for however long I can to see how good I can get and maybe go up to the elite level if that's what's in me.
This has been Holly Stansberry, Hayden Ali, and Erica Schmitz reporting for KLHS.
Congratulations, Kyle, and best of luck in the near future.
Hannah, I know it's been super cold lately and I've been having to wear my winter coat and gloves into school every morning. Are we going to get any type of relief in these freezing temperatures anytime soon?
Unfortunately, Drew, I only think a very small chance. Today we'll have a high of 47 and a low of 33 with partly cloudy skies and 15 to 25 mile-per-hour winds, which should make for more frigid temperatures than originally forecasted. Wednesday will again be partly cloudy with a high of 56 and a low of 22, and I definitely think that higher temperature of 56 degrees will be a welcome change from our more wintry temperatures. So Drew, you might just get your warm weather. Thursday will once more be partly cloudy, but without the high temperature that came from Wednesday, the high being 31 and the low being 18. Now Friday is where we will start to see some really wintry weather. As I mentioned yesterday, we have a chance for a wintry system to come into Kansas City and stay around until Monday morning. Friday will be quite chilly with a high of 25 and a low of 22, with a 50% chance of a mix between snow and freezing rain. Saturday will have just slightly higher temperatures with a high of 30 and a low of 25, with an 80% chance of rain that will turn into ice instead of that mix of snow and rain. We'll continue to have a high chance of rain and ice with a little bit of snow until Monday afternoon. We'll start to see this system clear up. That's all I have for your weather today, and we'll keep track of this weekend system. Olivia and Drew, back to you.
Thank you, Hannah. Let's hope it snows enough that we get another snow day. Students, you may have been wondering why a new printing message keeps popping up on your screen. To clear up some confusion, we sent reporter Danny Johnston, who is with the school librarians, for more information.
I'm Danny Johnson here with Liberty's High School's librarians,
Mrs. Anderson, Mrs. Riedel,
and we're kind of here to just clear up all the confusion with the new printing programs. So can you tell us what this new program is anyway?
Well, it's called Paper Cut, and really it's just a management system to make the flow better and to cut down on wasted paper.
And can you tell us how exactly to use this new printing program?
You really print like you normally would. It's just going to ask you to log in once on your computer, and then when you come in here, you're going to log in and just confirm that you actually want to print.
Do you think it helps the entire just printing flow altogether?
Yeah, it does. Definitely helps with not wasting paper in case you print something twice or 3 times.
And can you clear up any confusion with this $10 credit printing paper kind of deal?
There's no $10. In order to make the software work, they had to put a dollar amount in there, but nobody has $10. Nobody owes $10. There's no printing limit, and because of that confusion, technology fixed it so that shouldn't pop up in the corner of kids' screens anymore.
I liked it. It was a lot like last year.
And was it confusing in any way? Did you have any problems?
No, you just log in off of the computer right next to the printer. and confirm your printing.
I think the thing that students should know is that it's a good thing. It's going to speed up your print jobs, and once everybody learns the system, you're going to find that everything will just run more smoothly.
Thank you, Danny. I know that cleared up a lot of confusion with students. With it being the start of second semester, many students are feeling the pressure to get their grades up just in time for the end of the year. I know personally for me, I have to go to the library at least 3 times a week.
You know, Olivia, I'm more of a coffee shop type of person, so I'm super excited because reporters Holly Stansbury and Erica Schmitz bring us a little bit more about a coffee shop that has just opened up in Liberty.
Hi, this is Holly Stansbury here for KLHS. We're at Hammerhand today visiting the new addition to Liberty.
We just want to be a good meeting place. We want to be able to bring really good coffee and be a comfortable, people have their home and their workplace. We want to be that third place. Basically, we just want to serve Liberty. We want to be a comfortable place for people to be.
Hammerhand prides itself with its quality and personal flair to their coffee.
I think we're also unique in that we put more of a focus on coffee quality than most places do. We taste our coffees every day. We've got little science equipment that we test extraction levels for our coffees.
Hammerhand is located on the corner of Franklin and Main on the Liberty Square, open from 7 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Monday through Saturday. This has been Holly Stansbury and Erica Schmitz reporting for KLHS.
Thank you, girls. I know I will definitely be taking advantage of Hammerhand and its awesome environment for studying this semester. In basketball news, this Friday is a day that many in Liberty have been waiting for, the crosstown showdown between men's and women's basketball from Liberty and Liberty North. Ever since the very first game between Liberty and Liberty North 6 years ago, there's been a fierce rivalry, and this Friday will be no different. The Liberty men's basketball team will be looking to make their comeback due to the fact that in the previous 2 games, Liberty North has come out victorious. But we have all the faith in our boys in blue that they can pull out a win. Let's start to reporters Katie Benhart, Emma Cronin, and Brooke Ingram for more information about this highly anticipated game.
Let me just tell you something, okay? I wish I was sitting where you were, okay? I wish I was sitting where you were. Relish the moment, okay? These don't come around very often, okay? And we all wish we were there. Communicate well, we got to play together and help each other through this. Embrace the moment, enjoy it, thrive in it, okay? And you guys will do fine, okay? You guys will do great. I'm looking forward to it, okay? Let's go, bring it in, okay? Okay, take a second. Jay's on 3, 1, 2, 3, let's go. Be solid, play smart, play together, have a whole lot of fun, have a whole lot of fun. I wish I was sitting where you were.
I know, I am so excited to go to this game. If you were not planning on going, you need to change your plans and go. Now let's throw it over to Jackson Ogden at the sports desk for more information on the upcoming game and everything Blue Jay athletics.
Thanks, Drew and Olivia. What's up, Blue Jays? I'm Jackson Ogden. We've got a good one in store for you today with coverage of Blue Jay athletics and even some national sports, so let's get to it. Starting with Blue Jay basketball this past week, the men's basketball team hosted the annual C.W. Stessman tournament here at LHS. Reporter Mitchell Neff brings us more.
Hey Jays, it's Mitchell Neff with KLHS Sports. This past week, Liberty High School hosted its 46th annual C.W. Stessman boys basketball tournament. Teams this season included home teams at Liberty High School and visiting teams St. Joe Central, St. Joe Lafayette, Rockhurst, Lee Summit North, Hickman High, Center High, and Blue Springs. Beginning with our home team, Liberty was guaranteed a maximum of a 5th place spot in the tournament after facing a tough loss to Lee Summit North in the first round. They came out swinging though, beating rivals St. Joe Lafayette in the final round. And speaking of Lee Summit North, the team managed to charge their way through the bracket. Seeming to be an unstoppable force in the tournament, the powerhouse of a team would never be prepared for what would strike in the 4th quarter of the final round facing St. Joe Central. Lee Summit North player Elijah Farr had been dominating all night, although with a minute 19 left in overtime, the 6-foot junior took the risk of calling out a ref, ultimately giving rival St. Joe Central tickets to victory with 5 shots on the free throw line. The game wrapped up 77-65, crowning St. Joe Central the winners of the 2017 CW Stessman Tournament. Basketball season in Liberty is just getting started, so stay tuned for next week when we look more into our local Blue Jay season.
Thank you, Mitchell. And more Blue Jay athletic news, the Jays wrestling team continued their winning season last night against Park Hill South. The Blue Jays came out victorious with a score of 72-7, making the boys the 2017 conference champs. Some standouts from the night were freshman Graydon Penner and senior Zane Shodax, who are both still undefeated this season, with Shodax being ranked 2nd in the state. Tomorrow, the women's basketball team will take on Raytown at Raytown with JV starting at 5:30 and varsity starting at 7. So make sure you go out and support our Lady Jays. As Drew and Olivia mentioned earlier, this Friday, Liberty and Liberty North will be going head-to-head in one of the highest anticipated games of the season. Reporter Ryan Stiff recently caught up with senior Clayton Adams on his thoughts going into Friday.
The boys basketball team just got done with practice. We're going to try and get a quick interview with Clayton Adams. Hey, Clayton, can I get a quick interview real quick?
Oh, yeah, sure.
So, big game this Friday against your rivals, Liberty North. Have you guys prepared differently in practice for it?
I mean, we're trying to keep it the same. There's a little bit more hype around this game, so of course there's a little bit more nerves and stuff, but I mean, you keep it the same, you keep the same kind of routine, so that's what we're trying to do.
And Jalen Lewis, 12 points away from 1,000. Do you think that's going to affect the game flow at all?
I mean, for him personally, he might be a little nervous trying to get that milestone, but for the rest of us, we're just, of course, same thing, trying to keep it the same. And if our teammate gets it, that's a great thing for him and the team too.
In your senior year, how far do you guys want to go? Do you have like expectations for the rest of the season?
So far, we're off to a good start in conference, so we're going to try to close that out, get a conference championship again, and then after that, we're going to try to win districts, and that's the goal from there.
Well, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Back to the front desk.
Thank you, Ryan. The game started at 6:30 in the Liberty North Fieldhouse, and the theme is camo. I hope to see everyone there. Moving to some Kansas City sports over the weekend, the Kansas City Chiefs took on the Pittsburgh Steelers in the AFC Divisional Round. The Steelers kicked their way to the next round by hitting 6 field goals, winning by a final score of 18-16. Big Ben went 20 for 31 for 224 yards, while Steelers running back Le'Veon Bell rushed for 170. The Packers and Cowboys also went at it, and it came down to the final seconds when Mason Crosby hit a 51-yard field goal to knock the Cowboys out of the playoffs. I will have continuing coverage on the rest of the playoffs and into the Super Bowl throughout the next couple of weeks. Also, make sure to tune in tomorrow to see how the Lady J swim team did at their match against Blue Springs. But that's all I have for today, so now back to the front desk.
Thank you, Jackson. Now we ask that everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's all we have for today. For Olivia Book, Josie Wilkerson, Hannah Sanders, Jackson Ogden, and all of our amazing production crew, I'm Drew Higgins. Have a great day, Jays.